Joe Hopkins here, and today, I guess, I don't know, ranting a little bit. I just watched a very interesting video by Polyphonic, right? One of my favorite YouTubers, about the balance between art and content, you know, commercial viability versus your artistry, and he threw in some stuff about civic virtue, I guess, you know, contributing to society, that kind of thing. And I found it very interesting because I've kind of run into a similar issue, although he is much more successful at this than I am. And I thought I might discuss it. Art versus content on YouTube. What even is YouTube? What is all this stuff? And the interesting position I've been put in, I'm a musician and a songwriter. I like writing songs. I like doing music. I've done pretty well over the years, you know, here and there playing my stuff live. Not, you know, good enough to make a career out of it, but good enough, right? And translating it over to YouTube, initially with my wife on a channel we had together, and now on my own, trying to appeal to the general public. And I found it is very difficult. And kind of like trying to figure out what works. What do people find entertaining and will click on versus what you actually want to be doing? And it is very difficult, right? For any of you out there that try to do anything online, I'm sure you've noticed this. I try to appeal to people, you know? I've found I can be a rather entertaining person in person. Online, it doesn't translate as well, and I try to tweak myself to seem more appealing. So far, with very limited success. I have had some success. I won't downgrade that. I'm monetized, I make a couple bucks, but it's only a couple of bucks. And then there's the problem of doing it part-time. I have a full-time job. I have a kid. I have a wife. I have responsibilities. I've had several points in my YouTubing, whatever it's called, where it really picked up. And I saw, here's an opportunity with just a little bit of time and a little bit of expense to really turn this into something. And every time it's happened where it's catching, I could keep doing this. I don't have the time and I don't have the money. Several times, if I'd have put even $2,000 or $3,000 and a little bit more time editing into this endeavor, I could be way further than I am now. Because you know, when you do this for a while, you notice there are points at which, hey, it's catching, this is working. If I can focus more on this and spend a little bit more time on it, a little bit more money on it, I could make this into a profitable venture. And yeah, that's never lined up for me. For some people it has. When that opportunity comes, they can seize it, and I wasn't able to, which is very disheartening. And the thing is I do want my music to be heard. I do want to be seen as an artist and a musician and a songwriter, and my music is some of my least popular videos. My most popular videos are all in reviewing guitars and talking about guitars, especially budget guitars, which I'm grateful for, since that is a topic that interests me and it's given me an excuse to buy more guitars. I really like that. But I don't have time to edit my videos properly. You might have noticed, anybody who's seen my videos, I don't edit. I don't, because I don't have time to edit. I have time to shoot this, to ramble at you, upload it, and hope for the best. And that's what I do. With a little bit more time, a little bit more money, I could do it better, because I can see what the more successful YouTubers are doing. I can see it. I get the idea. Some of it isn't that hard. I could learn it. And I just don't have the time. So, but there's the question, art versus content. What do you do? When I just focused on my music, it got nowhere. When I just focused on the content, I was good with it, but not, I want to do music. I want to do music, and I do want to review guitars. I really like that. That's where the expense came in. My channel started to punch, and I'm like, okay, if I could, you know, spend some money on guitars to review, I could have this doing something very quickly. And it didn't coincide with the time I had the money to spend. I had a little bit, I spent that little bit, and I got to monetization all of a sudden. Boom, and then ran out of money. Money and time. Those are the clinchers in a lot of things in life. But yeah, do you do content? Do you do your art? I like Polyphonic's approach where he wants to do his art, but also be more savvy with the online community. I'm fine with being savvy with the online community if I had more time to do it. I'm okay being upfront. I'm okay being personal. I'm okay being seen. I'm kind of an attention whore. I also have thick skin because, yeah, man, when you're out front, you get shot at a lot. You know, even on as cheesy a channel as mine is, right? My wife gets it a lot more than I do. She's a writer. She's a Christian writer. And her viewpoints, her thoughts, and what she gleans from the Bible doesn't exactly line up with what a lot of people want it to. You have the people that are very not Christian and don't like certain things the Bible has to say. And then you have the Christians, which are all split into groups, right? You have very liberal, very conservative, and everything in between. And she gets shot at a lot. And it bothers her. She has thinner skin than I do. Sometimes it scares her. And rightfully so. That's a problem that people that are online that put themselves out front deal with, you know? It can be scary when people get really hateful or obsessed or stalkery, and it happens. It does. I think the main reason it doesn't bother me is because I'm just not the kind of guy it bothers. Some people get intimidated. I don't intimidate easy. That's not a brag. Maybe I should get intimidated more often than I do. Maybe some things should scare me more than I do. Sometimes that's hazardous to my health, but there it is. Also, I've worked in corrections for almost 25 years now, so you don't spend that long working in prisons and have a thin skin. You just don't make it that long. I never did have very thin skin, and it's certainly gotten thicker over the years. I've never been easy to scare, and I've gotten less so over the years. I've dealt with so much crap that some online words are just, they don't measure up. You know what I mean? So, but for a lot of people, it is frightening. It is intimidating. It is difficult to be the focus of attention, especially when that attention is negative. And sometimes when that attention is obsessively positive, because that can turn obsessively negative very quickly if that person doesn't get what they want. It's a scary thing. And for a lot of online personalities, yeah, I get where that's intimidating. You know, Polyphonic talked about that too. I get that's scary. That can be. And I understand it. Not everybody is me. Not everybody's had my experiences. And it is just, I don't know. I'm either really thick-skinned or I'm really dense. Maybe both. But there it is. Because, yeah, even as small as my channel is right now, I get weird comments. I get shot at too. So do you focus on the content or do you focus on the art? Focusing on the content, it's weird how it's more you, but it's less you. The art is me. That's me personally, from the inside, bearing my soul in a lot of ways. But the content is actually me sitting here being a personality that can be focused on. When I'm doing the music, you're focusing on the music. You hear the music, even though it's very personal. But it's less personal because here I am being more personal in a one-on-one, talking to you. It's me. You're seeing me, hearing me. I'm a personality now. Isn't that weird? Me, a personality, you know? I'm not, maybe I am the personality type. Like I said, I tend to be a personality in person, and I'm trying to communicate that online, hoping to be successful at, because I am an attention whore. I am okay with the idea of being the center of the room, so to speak. Some people don't like that. I don't mind it. I think it's because I'm not that concerned about what everybody thinks. I'm having fun. And if you're not having fun, but why are you here? Go somewhere else that's more fun for you. But I'm having fun. So, but yeah, it's a weird balancing act. And the question comes up, does YouTube, what even is YouTube? I mean, YouTube's a platform, and it's changed over the years. So what does YouTube want, right? They seem to want personalities. They seem to want people that are good at fostering an online community, getting a bunch of people gathered around them as a community. I don't know if I'm that good at that. You know, I've been an entertainer, not a cult leader, and that seems to be what they want. I got nothing against that either. I mean, saying cult leader sounds bad, but is it really? It's entertainment. It's fun. You have something you can identify with. And so what? That's a good thing for people that can pull that off. I don't know if I can. Maybe I should try more, because I would like to be more popular at this. I would like to make more money at it. And I know this video that you're watching probably isn't going to be one of my more popular ones, but it's something I wanted to talk about for me. So here I am talking about it for me. When I do things for me, sometimes they do well, sometimes they don't. But I found, and here's one of the clinchers of it, if you find something that works really well and you're making good money at it, but it's not necessarily the most fun thing, I get continuing it, trying to make it as fun as possible and do the best you can at it, because you're making a living at it. It's your job. Jobs aren't always fun. But, you know, so far I'm not blowing up. So I get to do stuff for me, because if it wasn't fun, I wouldn't still be doing it. And it is fun. I like talking. I like talking to you guys. And it's nice talking to the camera. I guess you can interrupt me, but I won't know. You can pause it and go do something else. You could just turn it off, not listen to me. I'm unaware of it, though. I do see my watch time, and I get the idea if people did just watch 30 seconds of it and click off. But as I'm talking, I don't know if you're interrupting me. It's nice to get to talk uninterrupted. Try it sometime. It's pretty cool. But there we go. Content, art. Whatever you do, try to make it as fun as possible so that you continue doing it. Because I've noticed, and a lot of other people have noticed, a lot of content creators burning out. Which, I don't know, man. I think part of it is it does burn you out if you do it the way a lot of people do it. And another part of it is so many content creators make it at this platform when they're young and they haven't had a career and they haven't had to do a day job for, day in, day out plus overtime for 10, 15, 20 years. At this point, I don't know if I could get burned out at YouTube simply because I've done worse consistently for longer. So you get used to the push over time. You can get used to anything. People can get used to anything. So I don't know if I did blow up and had to do this as a job and it became less fun, would it burn me out? Maybe, but I've done worse for longer and for less money. So, and then I see the people with very good attitudes toward YouTube that just, they learn what works and they really, they want to do this the rest of their lives. You just to a certain degree, I don't know, I think desperation keeps burnout away. Something like that. It's this or go get a factory job. Desperation is the mother of invention. Something like that. So there's my thoughts on it, right? YouTube. It's a platform. You try to appeal to people as best you can and hope for the best. Some people are better at it, and some people aren't as good at it. And some people like me fall somewhere in the middle where I can make a buck, but I'm not a huge star. And it helps if you have money to put into this, because I've noticed the more time and money you can put into it, the more successful you can be at it until it makes money. And those are my thoughts. That's my rant. I will have thoughts on other things and have had thoughts on other things. At the end of this video, a playlist comes up. It's going to say Joe Rants. That's my other thoughts on things. Here's the cheesy part. Subscribe to my channel. And I love you guys. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out, baby. Bye-bye.